Hello there.
General Kenobi!
Pull the lever, Grunk. Wrong lever!
For the Republic!
Incoming transponder code received. Classification: fire spray. Designation: Darth Asylum. Captain: unknown. Port: unknown. Weapons profile: unknown. Designation: Darth Asylum. Incoming transponder code received. Classification: fire spray. Designation: Darth Asylum. Captain: unknown. Port: unknown. Weapons profile: unknown. Designation: Darth Asylum.
This is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way.
Thank the Maker.
Here we go. Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night to you awesomely beautiful people of the galaxy, and welcome again to another episode of the League of Extraordinary Casuals. I am your host of Darth Asylum, broadcasting live from hyperspace, and I completely skipped over the episode. This is episode number 685, yes, 685, and yes, believe it or not, it is. But before we get into anything else, let us first recognize all the legends that are amongst us both on Twitch and YouTube. Let us see. Roblox Filipino Official 7753. Welcome back. Daniel Berry Sports Highlight I9. What is going on? Oops. Yes. Hello there too. On the YouTube side. Hello. And do the Obi. Where is Obi-Wan? Where's our Obi-Wan?
Hello there.
Where is our Obi-Wan? Okay, there we go. Now, as we travel over to Twitch, we have Rocket is back with us. Rocket, thank you for being here. Absolutely appreciated. We're surrounded by legends, all of you, all the time. Our rave partner, Shadow X13 Grill, is with us. Well, hello there. Hello there. Let's see. Our fellow Mandalorian, Rave Walker 1578, is also with us, helping represent the Mandalorian. Let's see. Anybody for the moment. For the moment. Okay. Okay. That's enough. We're being weird and goofy for some reason. I don't know, but it's fun. Yes, thank you for shouting out the Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales. Dude, that is freaking awesome. I need to play those too. Okay. So first we'll start and then I'll get back into that. So yes, it is Sunday. So I was like, you know what? Scheduling wise, things kind of worked out to where I'll do a short stream tonight. So we'll kick back, we'll relax, working our way into the new week with some casual God of War. Yes, causing chaos and mayhem and destruction. Waiting for Ragnarök to come to us, apparently. And I can't remember, I'm sorry, who said it last time by saying, oh yeah, we're going to kick back and relax by playing God of War. I'm like, wait a minute. Does that sound... It doesn't matter if it sounds right, right? Yes, we're gonna casually relax with some God of War. It is, and it's crazy you're playing that right now too, because like I just read the articles again just to refresh myself for like, you know, who's doing what as far as like Xbox and PlayStation, and Xbox isn't pulling anything from PC, but PlayStation is. So going forward, they're not going to be releasing exclusive, like console exclusive games to PC anymore, just to keep that fan base dedicated to like PlayStation, for instance. And yeah, I absolutely freaking loved Spider-Man Remastered, Marvel Spider-Man Remastered for the PC. But luckily enough, they're not going to pull anything from PC. So, like anything on Steam, for instance, like Marvel Spider-Man Remastered 2 and Miles Morales also. Because I can't remember, Rocket, or I don't think I ever asked you, like, what do you play on? Are you on PC or are you on Xbox or PlayStation? But either way, yeah, I'm on PC, and they were able to port all those over, and they didn't make the sales that they wanted to. That's part of it also, is that the leadership team on the PlayStation side just weren't happy with the effort that was put into making it PC, but then, they just didn't get the return back, I guess. So ultimately they're like, you know what, we're going to keep it exclusive. But your PC? Okay. Yeah. So yeah, ultimately what is there will stay. So like Ghost of Tsushima and things like that, like anything that they've released, like Days Gone, Ghost of Tsushima, the Marvel Spider-Man games, things like that, like anything they've already released, they're not going to pull because it's out there, like it's there, and they've already like basically dedicated those. But going forward, so unfortunately, so like the third game in the God of War series, the Lofi one that's going to come after this one, is only probably going to be most likely exclusive to PlayStation. So it's like, well, it is what it is. Good to see you. Yeah, it's good to see you guys again. Like I said, Sunday night is typically a night I normally took off just to give myself that break. But now that we've done the giveaway, we've hit the 1K milestone, we're looking to keep moving and keep building and just go further and farther and, that whole thing. So, yes. So I was like, you know what? The force willed it to line out to be like, you know what? We could throw on a stream tonight and hopefully entertain, hopefully be casual, make sure you get put to sleep with this voice and all the craziness that God of War can bring you, or whatever game. It isn't coming. Oh, see, yeah. It's like, well, I guess, Rocket, we're gonna have to get PlayStations then, I guess. That's interesting though, because I'm glad you actually brought that up, because I really thought, like, I seriously really thought that Wolverine was going to come, because I didn't even remember what Wolverine was. I thought it was a PC exclusive too. Let's see. Wolverine. Marvel's Wolverine by Insomniac Games has not been announced or confirmed for PC. It is scheduled to launch as a PlayStation 5 exclusive, while older titles like the 2009 X-Men Origins Wolverine did receive a PC port. Modern first-player, single-player games from Sony remain exclusive to consoles at launch, with no official PC release plan. So, yeah. I do not. I do not. I'm side-eyeing getting one at some point. I really actually am. So, I mean, because, yeah, like if they're going to go the route, and I've always been a PlayStation person, I really have, but, that, yeah. Scourge is with us, raiding. What is going on, Scourge? Welcome in, raiders. Yes. Welcome, guys. This is where the fun begins. Prepare to be toasted with a Scourge raid. Scourge, what were you playing, sir? Let's see. Let's do shoutouts. Prepare to be toasted. Wrestling. He was wrestling. Check out Scourge. Your last playing your WW2K26. Nice. May your ladder matches go long. May your may your cage matches be brutal. But no, welcome in, guys. Good to see you, Scourge. Thank you, guys. Yes, for those of you who do not know me, yes, I am another Mandalorian cosplayer, but I am a Mandalorian Jedi, also helping represent the Mandoverse alongside legend Mandalorians like Gravewalker 1578, Monster Maniac, Shadow Revenite. I'm sure you guys already know. So yes, we are all part of the same Mandoverse, helping spread the fun, the joy, and all the casual craziness that we can get being ourselves. Yeah. So welcome in, guys. And believe it or not, I do have a raid trailer which lets us rave also. So let us rave. But it doesn't have, my raid trailer though doesn't have like all the clips in it though, so it is kind of shorter though. That way it doesn't kind of go too long though. So, but that's okay. I know. Gotta be different. Here you go. We'll be right back.
Designation, Dark Asylum. Incoming transponder code received. Classification, fire spray. Designation, Dark Asylum. Captain, unknown. Port, unknown. Weapons profile, unknown. Designation, Dark Asylum.
Okay, and we're back. Like I said, I keep mine somewhat short, so that way we're not just, taking too long, though. However, but yes, again, welcome in Raiders. Thank you, Scourge, for the raid. Oh, speaking of which, I need to update the stream title. Let's see, raid at Scourge. Scourge. I can't spell. Gorge. Oh, there's an underscore there. Sorry. That's why we weren't seeing anything. Oh, they're not coming out. Hold on. And we get ad breaks. I know, it's always a good time to rave. Remember that. Remember that, everybody. Dancing is a good thing, and especially even if you're dancing by yourself, that is perfectly fine. I highly recommend letting loose. And why can't I? Unless I'm spelling this all wrong. We will copy. There we go. That should work. But again, Scourge and community and chat, thank you guys. Thank you guys for choosing me. Thank you guys for being here. Again, I hope you are all having a great and safe end to your week. And now that we are officially starting a brand new week as well, let us have a great and safe brand new week in all of our parts of the galaxy. Welcome in, guys. Welcome. Oh, Beskar hugs. We absolutely need to do Beskar hugs for everybody as well. Let us see. Hugs for everybody. Let's see. Did you hear though? Hayden Panettiere. What? Hayden Panettiere passed away today at 36 years. Really? Really? I did not know that. Holy crap. What did she... Did they say what she passed away from? Holy crap, really? August 16th. Wow. Holy crap. It says she passed away August 16th, 2026 at the age of 36. Reports indicate she and her on-again, off-again boyfriend had flown to an unspecified destination in the southern United States the day before, and law enforcement have confirmed an open investigation into the incident. Holy crap. Wow. No. That's freaking crazy. No, that... Yeah. Because my... And I know that name because my black and white tuxedo kitty, she just turned... Like, she's like 1.5 now. But I named her Kirby based off of her character in Scream. Actually. Yeah. Oh yeah, because she wasn't she like the cheerleader or something? I didn't watch Heroes, but I know he was in like a bunch of stuff too. But yeah, that's freaking crazy. Save the cheerleader, save the world, yeah. Yeah, because I always love that name. Yeah, and her character like that too. So I was like, you know what, Kirby's a really cool freaking name, so I'm gonna use it. But wow, that's freaking shocking. Yeah, bring it on. Yep. Holy crap! Well, she's one with the Force now, so hopefully she's at peace of whatever unfortunately happened. But that's crazy. That is absolutely freaking crazy. So, you know what? Again, guys, this is why, honestly, you just cherish every moment, every time, day in, day out. Be thankful for everything that we have. Don't focus on what we don't have. But you know what? Just, yeah. I mean, yeah. I have 2 females. I did have 3 others at one point, but they all passed over time. So basically my first was Puppet, and then I had Rascal, and then I had Hazard, and unfortunately they all passed. Puppet and Rascal, they lived at least until they were like 18ish or so. And then Hazard, unfortunately, they were all boys. Hazard, unfortunately, he lived until about 5. He had some like issues and stuff like that, so he passed a little earlier. And then now I have Gizmo, who is a Tabaco, and Kirby, who's a Tuxedo. Yeah. Along with my other younglings too, so they're all kids. They are all kids. Yeah. So, but yeah, that's literally where I got Kirby's name from, because I just always, and like I went through like a drive-through at one point, and one of the girl's tag, her name was Kirby, and I was like that's a really cool name. I like that. So, yeah. Zach, welcome back in, man. Yes, we got some really crazy, shocking news. Lucy, Tigger, and Salem, all female cats. Those are freaking awesome names too. Yeah. Avoid Kitty and she's crazy. Well, she's got the perfect name, not the stereotype or anything like that, of course, but Salem's a really freaking cool name. Really freaking cool name too. Yep, they all are. Because it's funny because it sounds like also just like all names, it's like to me, like you're like I do not know your cats, but their names sound like they absolutely fit their personalities. Which is awesome. Okay. Let us see. Where did we basically leave off? That is freaking crazy though. That is freaking crazy. But again, guys, please stay safe out there. Absolutely. It's a crazy world, but we do what we can with what we have, of course. But Salem from
Here.
Sabrina.
You're really up for
Nice.
coming with us?
I am. Whenever you're ready. Well, whenever your father's ready, I should say.
Nice.
My counsel might help you towards the answers you seek.
But
It's the
yeah,
least
I
can
had
do to
not
repay.
heard any of that. I think I was just too freaking
I
busy
think it
all
will do me
day
well
to even
to
just
see the
bother
light of
with
Elfheim again.
news and whatever
That
else is
elf
going
light
on.
is some good
Yep,
shit.
that's why I put that in there too. Beskar hugs for everybody. Because we also have a hug too, so there's a regular hug. You don't put the @ in there. See, and here's what I end up doing is I never do this right. There we go. Yeah. So there's a normal hug, and then there's a hugs, which is Beskar hugs for everybody. Because the best kind of hug, I always say, is a Beskar hug because it's it's Beskar. But it definitely means that it's strong, it's powerful, but at the same time, it is not impenetrable. You know what I mean? Like it is not just unbreakable at the same time. So but we like Beskar hugs. Oh man. Let's see. So, did we? It is. Yeah, huge Kratos fan, absolutely. So yeah, I'm not I make fun and I say I'm not a sadist like Shadow and run everything on like the most extreme level because I don't have the mentality or even just the energy to be able to run hard mode shit, basically. But I leave everything on the normal playthrough modes. But yeah, absolutely. This is my first playthrough of this. Again, I was really stoked, and that's why I was actually really bummed too that once I started hearing the rumors about like PlayStation pulling their exclusives and stuff. Xbox isn't. Xbox is still playing both sides essentially, but yeah, I was definitely bummed about that, knowing that PlayStation was going to start pulling exclusives and stuff. But I'm so backlogged on games anyway, so I'll get to that stuff. But by the time I get to whatever they're going to come out with that's going to be exclusive anyway at this point, like I'll probably already have a PlayStation, so it won't really matter, I guess. But yeah. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's like, again, I think, and this isn't making fun of anybody in a bad way, but it's like, I think on some way, shape, or form, like on some level, we all have ADHD where it's just like, ooh, this looks fun. And then just you go running off. And then it's like, you look over here and it's like, ooh, well, look at this. I'm going to go play this. Cause like literally right now, I'm juggling 4. Normally I would do one playthrough of a game and just stick with that game. But now it's like I'm literally doing 4 playthroughs and I'm going to add a 5th one anyway, like first time playthrough. So right now I'm doing Resident Evil 2 Remake. I'm doing Assassin's Creed 3 Remake. I'm doing God of War Ragnarok. And then I'm also doing Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. So like I literally went from like 1 to 2 and then added 3 and then 4. And then literally next week I'm going to throw in like another game because it's like, ooh, this is shiny. Dude, I'm gonna be playing games forever. like I was really like, I'm even, and that isn't even just games, like TV shows, movies. I am so freaking stoked that I literally actually binged when I took like a week off, like 2 weeks ago or something like that, right? Before the giveaway, basically. Like, I literally took like within that week's time to catch up on every freaking Marvel Cinematic Universe movie that I missed. And I stopped at Black Widow, which was 2019, I think, or 2021. I can't remember. But like, I stopped at Black Widow. So I literally binged like 9 movies. And I actually went to the theater and saw Spider-Man Brand New Day. So like, I'm fully caught up from like the movie sense, but backlogged on TV shows, and that's just from a Marvel point of view. Like, I'm not even talking about everything else that's out there right now too. Like, I want to watch like the Fallout series. I hear is just totally freaking awesome and stuff like that. And like Heroes is another one, and or not Heroes. What was that one show? It's yeah. Like, I was really legitimately like excited and was like, holy crap, because you know what, while we're talking about it, let's bring it. This is basically turning into like a just let's chat stream, but that's perfectly fine. I love this conversation. List of Marvel. So yeah. So the last official movie I basically saw, right, was like Avengers Endgame, right? Like the big end of the show. And then forever, like, I just did not catch up and watch anything. And then finally at some point, which I can't remember, over the last like 2 years, I was able to actually like sit down and watch, or no, Spider-Man Far From Home. So yeah, it goes Avengers Endgame and then Spider-Man Far From Home. So I watched that, and I watched them all in order too. And then finally watched Black Widow. Yeah, Black Widow was 2021, and then just like stopped again for like probably almost a year, right? And then basically between, like I said, that week off that I had, like, which was like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I knocked out Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, Eternals, Spider-Man No Way Home, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, Thor Love and Thunder, Black Panther Wakanda Forever, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, The Marvels. I'd already cheated and watched Deadpool and Wolverine because I just absolutely had to watch that one when it came out. And like it came out on streaming, you know. Captain America Brave New World, Thunderbolts, and the Fantastic Four First Steps. And then finally, like I said, like 2 days ago, I think, or no, it was my last Thursday night stream. Before that, I literally got out of the theater, came home, and then set up and started streaming and was watching, I watched Spider-Man Brand New Day. Yeah. It absolutely freaking was. I mean, it's heartbreaking too. Like, heartbreaking in the sense of like, it's just, if you're following along his his story, of course, it's like it's pretty tough. Yeah, but if they make the Mandalorian game, I can see Darth playing that game for a week. Oh, dude. I already locked in. I seriously, legit, I've only seen like 4 of those you listed. Yeah. Because again, like, once Endgame came out and like Thanos and the Infinity Gauntlet was over with, it's like I took a break from Marvel, and I absolutely love Marvel, you know, and yeah, just never got the chance to basically sit there and, you know, play. But at the same time, 2021 was the year my younglings were born too, so, you know. Between then and now, over the last 5 years, I was finally able to start catching up on stuff, essentially. But yeah, so I was very, very freaking stoked about that. But no, to get back to the Star Wars comment, yeah, I already locked in Star Wars Zero Company, which is coming out next Thursday, actually. So that's being released, and I already pre-ordered that one. Already pre-ordered Star Wars Galactic Racers, so we're all going to be freaking on the line, chasing each other, crashing each other, and just causing freaking mayhem. And oh my god, yeah, the blood's going to be boiling probably, because, you know, everybody's going to be pushing leaderboards and, you know, trying to beat each other out too. So it's going to be fun. It's absolutely going to be just awesome. Have many issues with Brand New Day, but enjoyed it overall. That's perfectly fine. I mean, not everybody's, you know, believe me. Yeah. I mean, I can see it too, you know. I mean, if you want to elaborate, please feel free. I mean, this is an open forum anyway, so I mean, absolutely. Went to You went to the panel for Zero Company at San Diego and got a pin and got to see the voice. Ooh, that's cool. They have some really cool freaking customizations for that game too, which from what I've seen anyway. I mean, I think I just got the base copy of it anyhow, but yeah, like it looks cool, so yeah, I think like Monster's gonna live vicariously through me to watch the playthrough for that, just to see, I mean, because it's also a strategy RTS game, so I mean, not everybody's into that kind of style game either, so yeah, yeah, for sure. And then yeah, if you guys again, if you're into the racing scene and you want to freaking meet us on the line for some good old pod racing and some speeder bike action, then we will be there. I mean, everybody I've basically generally talked to, it's like we're all getting it. So there's gonna be quite a few of us out there running. Yeah. That is another thing too. I am a crazy freaking Punisher fan too, and I have not gotten a chance yet to either go back and watch Daredevil Reborn. Either loved the Daredevil series and the introduction of him to Punisher anyway, and John Bernthal. I mean, he's done a great job. He absolutely has. So. Yeah, absolutely. And he's getting his new show too, which is going to be awesome. What did you say, Rock? Any day changed my life, to be honest. Like, no shade to no one, but in so many ways. I saw myself in Peter, the exhaustion, the emptiness, being alone for a long time. I just really loved it so much. That's what I meant by like the emotional aspect of that movie, like hits hard. Like absolutely, like I totally felt it too, like yeah. Like again, like I don't want to spoil anything for anybody that just hasn't seen anything like that, but it's definitely it pulls and it hits, absolutely. But yeah, I want to go back and at some point that'll probably be my next go-to is probably hit Daredevil and try to go through and finish like do that leading into like Punisher stuff too, because and also Ryan Gosling is locked in for Ghost Rider, and I'm also a huge Ghost Rider fan. So basically, if I have like two people or maybe even three, I guess, but at least my top Marvel characters are Punisher and Ghost Rider, because I'm literally looking at Amazing Spider-Man number 129 hanging on my wall, first appearance of the Punisher, and Ghost Rider number 1 that I literally have hanging up right there. Yeah. Trying to keep this vague, but mostly. They definitely took it in like a different direction, because I know yeah, even like Tom Holland's MJ Zendaya, like she's doing a phenomenal job too, but it's a different. But that's ultimately what I loved about like the multiverse aspect of bringing in Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire and meeting with Tom Holland and stuff. It's like combining all those like Spider-Mans. Like I thought that was freaking brilliant that they did that, honestly. I see where Brett's coming from. It's absolutely a different take on everything for sure, because they also really pushed him into, well, not, I wouldn't say pushed him into, but I mean, like he became another staple into the Avengers and all that stuff, like when Tony brought him in. So like yeah, exactly. I mean, it's definitely because and people have definitely commented on that too, saying that like exactly, kind of like exactly, well, actually, exactly what you just said was that, like, his version, like, Tom Holland's version, like, he's suffering, but it's not like the same kind of suffering that, like, Garfield went through or Maguire went through, that kind of thing, yeah. Getting the other live action Spider-Man introduced just shows how weird the MCU was. Like, I love the whole multiverse thing. I really did, because I mean, Marvel's based on that. Like, there's so many different aspects, and even Strange. Like, I love what Benedict Cumberbatch is doing with Strange's character and stuff like that, because it's like it's just so. I mean, if anything, like we get to see, like so much more based off of that, which is awesome. And if you haven't seen Deadpool and Wolverine yet, you'll know what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's crazy. And it all weirdly ties into each other, so. Yeah, I mean they definitely I'm actually really curious to see, because now it's going into, what is it, like the doomsday scenario, right? Like, or doom, like where Doom's going to be the big one, but then after that they're planning on like Secret Wars and stuff. Because let me see, because they're doing an X-Men film, like a new X-Men film. They're doing Ghost Rider announced. They got a Black Panther 3 coming out. What was the untitled stuff? It was, yeah, so like they're doing the Doomsday arc, but then that's going to roll into like a Secret Wars, which is going to be like in like the end of next year, basically. It's going to be like Secret Wars. So I'm curious to see how they're going to roll into that after Thanos and stuff. You figured out most of Doomsday from the trailers. I think they actually came. You know what? Let's take a look. Now that we're just sitting here and talking, which is absolutely freaking fun. Let me look. 'Cause I think they dropped a new trailer. While we're talking about it, we'll just watch it. I literally just watched, actually, and then after that we can watch Ahsoka's newest trailer drop too, which is awesome. Because I'm pretty sure they just came out with a new trailer for that, I think. So this is the official trailer that they came out with. So let's see. This one is the official trailer. Turn the volume on. So this one should be the official trailer.
Something's coming. Something we may not be able to deter. Before this day is done, we shall be faced with an unthinkable decision.
I know. Everybody's like,
I fought with many warriors in my time.
Focus.
They were far stronger than all of us put together, and they died. They died facing enemies and threats that scared me far less than this one.
It was definitely pretty emotional watching Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever, with Chadwick Boseman passing. Also, that was
everything
really
that they sacrificed will be for nothing if we do not stand together. Put aside your petty squabbles and presume nothing except this. If you return, you will return as brothers and sisters.
Yeah, agreed.
Mark my words. We're going to need a miracle. Hey, pal. It's not possible.
I love that he had to make sure. He had to make sure that was the same one. Infinity. till the end of this year. They're showing so much. He did, well, again, I don't want to spoil anything for anybody that needs to see brand new tape, but yeah, there's definitely some stuff. Didn't agree with him killing off Black Panther off screen because the actor died. The Yeah, I mean, I get it, but at the same time, I think Chadwick also gave them like his blessing to like continue like his character's legacy kind of thing too. So I can't speak to that honestly if that's true or not, but I want to say I think it was something like that actually. But I think honestly though, I think they honored him right. Like that's my personal opinion is I think they did him okay with that. I'd be curious to see what that's going to be for the end game one though, for sure. Exactly. They led right into it. Like they didn't hold anything back. It was just like, I mean, they alluded to stuff again. Anybody that hasn't seen Black Panther but knows the real life story behind all that, it's like I think they did him really well. And again, that was another powerful, very emotional movie that was just like it. But because the story behind, even just the story behind all that, knowing like what he was going through, leading even all the way into Avengers Endgame and stuff, it's just like that's freaking powerful. Exactly. And how Shuri, again, no spoilers to anybody, but no, it was definitely an emotional movie. Absolutely. Definitely emotional. I mean, I know I was tearing up when I was watching it. Let's see. Let us watch because Ahsoka just dropped another trailer too. And I think they dropped this in D23 also. Yes. That's the other tearjerker too. Yep. Was Guardians. Yep. Yep. Okay. So here's the new Ahsoka season 2 trailer that they just teased.
Tell me, Ahsoka. What troubles you?
Rocket, I know.
I'm always walking by your side.
Yeah.
Citizens of the glorious empire.
Yeah,
I
no
have returned.
abuse, no abuse.
I took an oath to protect the empire. I therefore declare war on the Rebel Alliance.
Yeah, Thrawn ain't holding back.
Out of vision. What did you see? More.
More and more danger than I thought.
Balin claimed to have knowledge of a power. Master! One that could end wars.
I think it's supposed to be like like the tone, like darkness, shadows
Time ago,
coming.
I walked away from the
kind of
Jedi.
thing.
This is your trial, Ahsoka. Maybe time to decide. Are you a Jedi? Or not?
I think when Nebula said this is the worst than what Thanos did to me, that shit hit because my God, we know what Nebula went through. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Again, it's just like it's a rough. Even Guardians 1 was personally that was rough too, and yeah. Like the way it started out, like for Guardians, it's like it was a rough ride to go into. Absolutely. Yeah, and unfortunately with the passing, because they replaced Balin. Yeah. Yeah, because Ray Stevenson, I mean, he played an awesome freaking Punisher. Absolutely freaking awesome in Punisher Warzone. Um, but yeah, they for season 2, he's Rory McCain. So that's gonna be that'll be cool. With Peter and Gamora. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're absolutely right. Like the entire freaking movie is just like emotional pain. Like it I mean, it's also been out for a while too, so you know. Spoiler alert, not spoiler alert kind of thing. But yeah, it's absolutely rocket. You have the perfect emote right there. It's just like the eyes watering and just tearing. It's just like ah. Yeah. Yeah, definitely freaking powerful. And that's what I think, because that was okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but I can't remember if they're gonna go into I know that like the Kree Skrull War was part of the movie stuff too, but like the big war thing with that, I don't know if that's going to be a part of like any of the, or if it was actually a part of like any of the shows like that. I don't know, honestly, because like I still need to watch like WandaVision and Shield and yeah, like pretty much everything else too. I've caught up on some stuff, but not everything either. They did the okay, that was my question. Yeah, was that I couldn't remember if like they did yeah, the mimicking and the, cloning or whatever it was. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So they did do it already. All right. Yeah, it'll be crazy how they're going to integrate everybody, because I mean they're already bringing in Fantastic Four, that property, and then, yeah, everybody else too. Okay. All right. I'm gonna attempt to do Squirrel Girl. She's pretty popular, actually. She's definitely pretty popular. I'm sure they will, to be honest. I mean, it's a quirky enough character that, I mean, it's just a matter of time. They have so many freaking characters to pull from at this point. It's just a matter of time before they cast, and yep, you'll see something. I mean, I personally thought that the new Avengers was pretty funny. Like, I thought that was a good movie for sure. Or I actually should say, because even Blade is kind of on Thunderbolts. That's right. That's right. They were Thunderbolts. the girls, the girls soccer team. They named him after the girls soccer team. Scourge, thank you for hanging, man. Definitely appreciate it. Thank you again for the raid, man. Absolutely, again, appreciated. You legend. Yes, please go take care of your after stream self care. But have a good sleep, man. Definitely thank you for hanging. Definitely thank you for the chat and the input. Absolutely appreciated, man. Enjoy your new week, sir. We will catch you later. Let me make sure to do another shout out for Scourge. I need to still actually I think I'm gonna work on that this week because I need to get the clips shout out going. Too. So I love you, bread. Yep. Beskar hugs for bread. Hug. Cool. Take care, man. Yep. Get some rest. And if you have not already, make sure you follow Scourge. Yep. He is the epitome of bread. And I am a big freaking bread lover too. I love me some good bread. Okay. What are we going to wander off and do this time? I'll do some. You can try and do some some God of War. We will, I guess, attempt to start playing, I guess. But yeah, talking about the Marvel, I mean, stuff, there's definitely some crazy. I'm excited to see what happens. Same thing with Star Wars. I mean, it's like, it's the same concept with me, is that, yeah, I definitely,
So, where'd this plan come from?
I definitely, you know, I'm not blind to the,
I was merely asking how you found me.
Pluses and minuses as it was, you know, the movies and shows and things like that. But at the same time, though, I still can't wait to see what happens. Spino, what's up, man?
Finding growers outside the Temple of Light. And now that we can actually go to Alpha,
yes, it is a random Sunday stream. We figured we'd do a little extra overtime this week.
Even without
nothing crazy. I'm not gonna be on like late. I'll be on for like another couple hours.
Fond of our talks.
At least like a 3-hour stream. But
and it's good to see you a free man again, old friend.
Why not rock the Beskar for Sunday night also? Next week. It'll be next week. I've been pushing more God of War just because it's like the longest of all the freaking games I'm playing right now. So I was like, well, we'll chip away a little bit more at it too. But yeah, no, I'll do it next week. I'm actually, because I wasn't planning on originally. Well, I always plan to stream Sundays if I can, but it never usually works out. But tonight, since it worked out, I was like, you know what, we'll jump into it. But I did get some good progress this week anyway through God of War. So I was like, okay, now I can kind of focus back over onto like the other stuff. So yeah, I'll probably do that actually. Resident Evil will probably be most likely Wednesday night. I'll do. For me, it probably will. Like, no joke, it probably will. It's definitely not as long as like all the other games that not that I'm currently playing are the longest of the games, but at the same time, like if I dedicated some like hardcore stream times to it, I mean, I'd be able to like knock it out probably somewhat fairly good, but you know, hey. Stand up. Yeah. We have no idea. But yep, we got raided by Scourge and engaged in a very, very awesome conversation about Marvel movies and emotionally just crippling scenes that we all had to get through for stuff. But no, what's going on, Spino? Welcome back in there.
Excuse me, sir.
So yeah, we figured we throw in a little bit of some God of War. But yeah, we just basically most of the time we've just been chatting and chilling, to be honest.
My goodness, what a strapping physique. Capable of an astounding variety of acts of violence, I imagine.
What is happening?
Speaking of squirrels,
This must be the squirrel that tends the world.
Rocket even mentioned Squirrel Girl. And,
That delectable aroma.
we have a distant relative.
Pardon the intrusion. Ah,
Nice.
yes. Amber resin. Delightfully nutty with a hint of squid ink.
No.
Not one for gastronomic exploration, I see.
You're right.
Wait,
he is adorable.
If you're Ratatosker, why are you so different when we summon you for help?
It's a long story. But you are correct. I am indeed Ratatosker. The one you know as Ratatosker is merely one of my spectral aspects. And a particularly nasty one at that. I consider him so far removed from myself that he's practically a different person. Speaking of, Bitter, would you like to come out and see your friends?
Fuck off! I'm busy!
I suppose that was to be expected.
Squirrel Girl is
Anyway.
not related to this adorable little shit.
Now that I've polished off all this resin for you, would you like to see
Shadow,
it
what's
back?
going on, man? Like I told Monster, look what the bantha
Indeed.
dragged in.
A
How are
seed
you,
of
sir?
Yggdrasil, to be precise. Since my dwarven tenants performed their little reconfiguration.
Let's see. Let's do Dowdies. Yeah, weird. Was it Scourge or Rocket? Sorry, my brain isn't working anymore. Who said that? Yeah, Hayden Panettiere died. That's freaking crazy. Oh, thank you, Shadow. I appreciate that. Oh, that's what I was going to look at. Like, you can do that. You can do that. But yes, definitely. If you have not already, ShadowLex, thank you for being on top of that shoutouts. And yeah, Shadow Revenite, the first Twitch Mandalorian partner. Welcome in, sir. Yes, if you have not already, make sure you go follow him because he is another Brolorian representing the Mandoverse as well. I am, man. It's been a crazy freaking busy week and weekend, but no, it's been positive and it's been good, for sure. Let's just say the positives have been outweighing the negatives, so we can't complain, right? Well, you could, but what's the point? But no, definitely thank you guys. Thank you guys for showing up and hanging out. Absolutely freaking appreciated. So yeah. But yeah, we're just basically chilling. We're literally just like kind of chilling. Like I barely even have started playing God of War because we were just first we started talking about what was it like we got I can't even remember how everything started, but it's like we were talking about all the Marvel movies, then like Hayden Panettiere, then I was talking about how I named my latest tuxedo kitty, Kirby, which was Hayden Panettiere's character in Scream, because I love that name. And then yeah, everything just steamrolled into yeah, we just been chatting. and then we got into like especially with like all the Marvel movies and stuff like that, like the specific ones that had like huge emotional impacts and stuff like that, and just crying, lots of crying basically, because it could be a weird Twitch thing, honestly. I mean, yeah. You verified it, yeah. Because I mean, there's two different security settings you can do too, where it's like you have to have like either a verified email or you have to have like a phone number attached to it or linked, that kind of thing. So depends. It depends on yeah how he set up his security stuff. Well, good, Shadow. I hope you're getting some good rest, man. Thank you for being here and hanging. But yeah, speaking of new and exciting, so now that we officially got the giveaway over with and we are done, basically doing that. Next, what is next? That is basically the point. Is what are we doing next? So I'm going to honestly try to plan to do. I was thinking like a 10-hour stream, but I'm actually going to try to see if I can squeeze in somewhere to do a 12-hour stream and be able to cosplay my Stormtrooper cosplay. So that way, yes, exactly. So that way we can do kind of another bigger 1K celebration thing as well. Like keep the party going, basically, right? So the after party, and then basically, yeah, pretty much start building. I mean, that's the goal. I mean, essentially, is just keep building the channel. Keep going. And Shadow, you're too lonely over there. So you need somebody to join you. So that is So we're gonna be pushing. Let's put it that way. We're definitely gonna be pushing. Again, it's one of those things where it's like, to say like, well, we're not ready yet, or, I'm going to wait, that kind of thing. It's like, you know what? There's no time like the present. So you know what? We're just going to go all in and just keep moving forward and see where we can go. So. But thank you guys again. Yes, absolutely. Thank you guys for the freaking support. And Shadow, I was thinking of Twitch teams actually. So I'll DM you what my thoughts were on that stuff. Of course. But that is another side thing. Alongside like Star Wars campaigning and gaming and role playing and all that stuff too. Yeah, that purple checkmark does look kind of sexy. Not gonna lie. But no, like I was telling Dragonish too, like, because she just got her check mark too. I was like, that just means you're Twitch made now, and she's like, what, made like in the Mafia? And I'm like, exactly. You're like a made person now, It's like that's freaking awesome. So a lot of good stuff for all you people too. Everybody across the board. Lots of great stuff happening. So that is just awesome. Yeah, Spino. I mean, that's another possibility too. So, and that's the other weird thing too, is like actually making like more, having people more mod, and like not just here, but even like now on YouTube, like I have modders on YouTube, and then also like in Discord having more of that kind of thing. And that's like a whole new concept for me, is to like be able to like ask people, like, can you shout out, can you throw shout outs for this person, or can we get, like this or that, or it's like it's still just really freaking weird because it's like, when it's that feeling of like when you're so used to being the only one doing kind of everything, and it's like okay, cool. Yeah, but we will see. You think your account is bugged? I don't know. Weird. Yep. Okay. Oh yeah. And the fun thing is, and honestly, to me, like my perspective on it too is just like not really like think about it, but just keep going on as usual, because I mean, it's like I'm not trying to rack my brain over things like, okay, like how am I going to rebuild the channel, or not rebuild the channel, but like how am I going to build up the channel, and how is this going to happen, or how is that going to happen, and things like that, right? It's like, and one of the worst things to do also, and I would just honestly say that from a personal perspective, is like, compare yourself to others, or things like that, because it's like, we're all our own unique individuals regardless. And, just remember that this whole thing, like even streaming and Twitch and YouTube and whatever, right? Like we're supposed to be having a good time. We're supposed to have fun. And the second it doesn't become fun, then that's when, we need to take a breath, take a step away, recharge, relax, that kind of thing. And then, come back and keep having fun with it, because again, even coming, circling back to Hayden, she passed and she was only 36. And it's like, you know what? It's just another great freaking reminder of not only how precious life is, but at the same time, like everybody matters, everybody is important, and never think anybody is above or below you, and ultimately just embrace what's going on and having the best and making the best out of everything across the board, regardless. Yep. Yeah. They're not gonna. So everybody needs a Beskar hug. And hugs. Exactly. Beskar hugs for all you legends. Yeah. And a funny trick I personally do when I stream also is well, part of it too is because like I don't want to overload my CPU either, so I close all the programs freaking down too. But like I don't have things like viewer counts up and like things like that, because then it's like, to me it takes the pressure off of like having to know, not necessarily like how many people you're talking to, but like talking with everybody the same way, right? Like it helps me knowing that like regardless of what the audience number happens to be, it's like you still get to be yourself, right? You still get to sit there and be who and what you are and represent whatever and anything and everything and all that good stuff, and be weird and be nerdy and do everything that makes you you and special and all that good stuff, and it's just it's an awesome freaking feeling for me anyway as a streamer, and cookies. Yes. Chocolate chip cookies. Yes, chocolate chip cookies. And no, I won't bag on the oatmeal raisin, because I always say when the Empire says yes, we have cookies, I always think, well, they're probably oatmeal raisin, and nobody usually eats oatmeal raisin, so it's like, well, But yeah, absolutely. That's what I mean. It's like I love being weird. I love being different. I love challenging the norm per se, and it's like, yeah, I mean, normal's boring. Let's put it that way. So, it reminds me of like this one time when I was streaming and I had like somebody jumped into chat, right? And this was on Twitch. Like somebody randomly jumped in because they didn't follow. They just randomly jumped in and they're just like, grow up, and you're not a freaking, you're not Boba Fett, and you're sitting there wearing some like plastic helmet on your head, and what the hell are you doing, and that's a waste of time, and that kind of thing. And I'm just sitting there like looking at him like, huh? Like, what? Okay. Nice to meet you. Hey, I hope you're well out there, and please have a great whatever, thank you for your comment, kind of thing. And it's like, it was just so funny, because, and I get the same thing, not every time, obviously, of course, but, like even on Twitch, like or YouTube, I mean, like I've gotten the same thing where people are just like, you're not a Star Wars character, come back to reality. And it's like, no, I don't want to. I put this for that. Yeah, I have an emote for that. That's a great emote. Not gonna lie, that's a great emote. Yeah. It's like, and the crazy thing is too is that, and I've recognized this and come to terms with this fact, is that you're not going to be friends with everybody, you're not going to please everybody, and also the crazy fact about it is too is that you're gonna be a villain in someone's story. And one of the lines that I absolutely like love too, that I need to actually like add as a redeem, which I just haven't gotten around to, is this one, is the line that basically says, yeah, here it is. You either die a hero or live long enough for you to see yourself become, yeah, you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Where it's like, we like, I don't mean to be, but I know, like I'm a villain in probably someone's story, right? And it's like that's just life. Being life. I want to be a raccoon, leave me alone. Exactly. Exactly. Right? Harvey Dent. Yep. Yep. I want to actually make that a redeem for this. I really do. There's this, and I'm not wearing hockey pads. It was the other one I wanted to actually do. Um but yeah, I'm a villain in a lot of people's stories. They can believe what they want. I know the truth. Exactly. I mean, that's what I mean ultimately, is that, like, it's it's not easy. Absolutely. It is not freaking easy. But at the same time, much like everything else, we learn, we grow, we adjust, we move on, because I don't know any other way to do it. But through good or bad, easy or hard, and it's mostly the hard way for me, honestly, because I learned the hard way pretty much 99.9% of the time. But you know, hey, it is what it is. Like I said, I mean, I stream late enough as it is at the end of my freaking day, and it's like my brain is like literally barely functioning anyway. So it's like I'm surprised even in myself that I'm able to like sit here and cosplay and chat with all you freaking legends and still be able to like try to play a game at the same time. It's just like a miracle beyond anything. I mean, it's the force definitely working some magic for me. Um, Absolutely, Rocket. Yep, absolutely. And that's the one thing not everybody likes to share, is that, it's not easy all the time. It just absolutely isn't. But somehow, some way, you can get through it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, that's right. We were talking about Sony. I re-looked at Zach's comment on YouTube, and that's one of the things we were talking about, was the licensing coming off of Sony, and then Xbox doing the same thing, or not doing the same thing. But yeah. But that's another aspect of streaming, though, is that, and I remind people a lot about this, that are even like attempting to stream, or even like other streamers too, is that, to even be able to put yourself out there like the way we do, right? And be able to just like turn the camera on and just go live, right? Like that's pretty damn vulnerable. And you're basically putting yourself out to the world, and that's freaking scary. It absolutely is. And no, it's definitely a whole new adventure. It may not be for everybody, absolutely, but I'm very fortunate to, again, know and be a part of all your guys' communities, and help build together and just have some good times, have some laughs, chill and hang out, and like Rocket said, like chilling with the homies, basically. And I absolutely freaking appreciate that. That is just awesome. you know it is just awesome. Well, speaking of that, let's enjoy 3 minutes worth of ads. Exactly. That is exactly right, Rocket. You're spot on. Yeah. I mean, and that's what I mean by, like, there are times when it's like, we you again, it's the whole, like, taking care of everybody else is absolutely great and perfectly fine, but at the same time, um, it's like, who you got to take care of yourself too, at the same time. Like it's the whole concept of like who therapizes the therapist, when you're the one like, putting in the effort to like help, which is absolutely freaking great and phenomenal. And that's what we are all about, but at the same time, it's like, you got to take time for yourself as well. Jason, dude, welcome back in, man. Great to freaking see you. That's scary. That's surprising. I never hear you swear. I've gotten a little bit more lax. Let's put it that way. Not crazy in the sense of like I'm just dropping F-bombs every other word or something like that. But yeah, I'll definitely drop something here and there for sure. And Max is back. Welcome back, Max. Like I said, there are some nights I'm chatty, some I'm not, but I always will pull up people who are nice to me, support me, and don't judge me. It's vice versa, and I can see you're a genuine, real person who cares. I mean, that's honestly one of my sayings, is that the galaxy needs more heroes than villains, right? And it's like there's enough. Let's put it this way, and this will shock you again, Jason. Yeah, there's enough shit going on in the world that we need more positivity. We need more just fun. Right? It's like more just fun and relax and escapism, that whole thing. And it's like dressing up or not dressing up or whatever, like just being able to sit there and just hang out with everybody, have a good time, and just ultimately be able to just chill and relax. And again, just like be able to just escape and just feel comfort and warmth and just at ease, that whole thing. It's like yeah. Because if Lexi says you're good people, they're good people. Oh, well, thank you. You're not here for numbers, you're here to legit meet people and have a real community filled with nerds. And Lexi told me about you and then monsters, so having that also made me feel safe as well. Exactly. It's like, I mean, but please don't get me wrong. It's like everybody has different levels of like energy, right? Where it's like, some people, like are more, let's put it this way. One of my favorite channels to watch on YouTube is 8 Minutes of Gamer Rage. And when I talk about therapy, because mental health is very big for me also, and mental health awareness as well. And it's like, like therapy for me also is watching that, because seeing people like literally really go over the top and like break their stuff and just like really get into what they're doing and playing, of course, it's like, which is the way they want to express themselves, and that is absolutely perfectly fine. I'm not saying it's not, but it helps me recognize, like I don't even have the energy to act like that, so let alone, like have that just I don't know what to call it, but yeah. It helps me relax to see others be that genuinely, into stuff like that. It's crazy. Yeah. Like, I don't know, it's a good reminder to me, because definitely, like, I'm not breaking my stuff. I will not sit there and get so mad at a game that I'm going to break my stuff, because that's the other question I have, honestly, is like, okay, when you see people breaking monitors and controllers and stuff like that, it's like that stuff costs money, right? Like, to buy a brand new freaking like PS5 controller, that's like $100, and that's a lot, I mean, we're not talking we're not talking like $5 or $10 or anything like that cheap. It's like, seriously, like there's you're breaking some money there, and it's like, well, God of War, yes. This is I started the stream to basically play God of War, but it basically turned into like a just chatting, which is absolutely freaking fun. I love this, because again, like Rocket said too, like there's some nights where it's a quiet freaking night where, everybody's just chilling and lurking or whatever, and aren't engaging, and that's absolutely freaking fine, because again, yeah, that's the whole point, is to like make yourself be as comfortable as possible. That's the whole point. And let's see. Let me catch up on chat as I'm just rambling on anyway. Let's see. All goes well, you can still play Galactic Racer. All I see that people does though is lacks emotional maturity. Yeah. Um. Oh yeah. Speaking of PS, I spoke to the guy today and we negotiated the price. Ooh, very freaking cool. Mumbling, welcome back in. Good to see you. Good to see you. I feel great when I make people happy. Exactly. You know, and we're not going to be able to do that for everybody, but at the same time, I mean, like it's nice. It's nice to just help, you know, and just because we can't be everywhere at once. We can't do everything at once either, but it's like at least the time like when I go live, like that's my mission. Is like this is, you know, my way of having like therapy to be able to just chill, relax, hang out with everybody and just bring a really positive environment to like again, everybody feel safe and be, you know, be who you are. Be weird with us. Absolutely. Um, I have not even started. Believe it or not, I have literally like this entire freaking stream. Like I loaded God of War, we started all talking, and it's like it literally turned into like seriously like a just chatting session. And like I'm still in like the cutscene, and then I got to a part where a squirrel jumped in, and then that's literally where we left off because we just all kept talking and stuff like that. But no, it's been absolutely freaking great. Um, oh. We have been chatting shit. Yeah, and and again, that's one of those just nights that just that's what how it basically just turned into was, you know, it turned into a chatting stream, and that's again, that's perfectly fine. Like I've definitely had some streams where it's like it was quiet, it was freaking quiet, you know, and I was like, okay, I'm just sitting here just playing and you know, do to do, and even that is perfectly fine too, you know, like you said, Rocket earlier, like you know, yeah, I mean like even the fact that like my channel has gotten to where it's been, like I started, you know, playing Dead by Daylight Friday nights for like an hour or two, and that was it. And I wasn't even talking, you know, until like the third or fourth or fifth stream or whatever, and then finally got like a mic and started doing that too. But even just to like grow it to where it is now, it's just freaking amazing. And again, to be able to just network and just meet all you freaking guys and anybody and everyone, you know, it's just it's awesome. It's a great freaking feeling. Like I said, you know, it's just yeah. The podcast returns. Yeah. No, and thank you guys. That's why I always tell everybody that it's like it's always like, and this is honestly how I feel. It's always my honor and privilege to know and hang out with all of you, you know, and like even to do something like the giveaway was just freaking awesome, you know, to like be able to just hook people up, you know, and be like, hey, you know, like thank you, you know, honestly, freaking thank you. And you know, you could be anywhere else. And I had a running joke with some of my friends where it's like, you know, you could be anywhere else you want it to be, but you chose to be here, you know, or call me or whatever, right? It's like you could be anywhere else you want to be, but you decided to come here. Thank you, you know. And the other thing too is that like I always tell people too every now and again that if I didn't have the theme I did now with my channel, I would probably be like my channel would probably be like the sarcastic gamer, because I can be pretty sarcastic actually, but you know, I've tried to well, not really curb that, I guess, but yeah, that's just part of the persona, I guess at the same time. I know, I'm surprised. I'm surprised. Okay, there's a twofold answer to that. I'm surprised Jen is not here, but I'm also glad Jen is not here, because then that tells me that she is hopefully getting sleep and rest and isn't hanging out because it is crazy freaking late for her. Absolutely, Jason. Absolutely, man. Yeah, I know she was playing like they were all doing golf with friends like her and Amy and Mandy and stuff like that too, which is awesome. So um no, I want her to get some sleep. He needs to get some sleep. I should be getting some sleep, and I'm sitting here, which is perfectly fine. I did, Max. Thank you for that, man. No, it's been good. Like I said, this past week, or the weekend, I should say, it's definitely been busy. Definitely been freaking busy, but no, it's nice to be able to chill, chat, hang out. Like I said, and we're just all everyone needs sleep. Yep. I have weird streaming hours, yes, because again, I always say that like if I could start earlier, I absolutely freaking would, but this is what it is for now. But yeah. Not me, you just woke up. See, you just woke up and you chose to come here. Thank you for that. Jason said you are sarcastic, not gonna lie. It's funny watching you be sarcastic. That's just part of my personality too, so you know. 8:52 a.m. Yeah, what am I looking at? What am I looking at? 12:53. Yeah, it's not too late. It's not too crazy late. But like I said, I'm only probably going to be streaming for like another hour and a half ish or something like this. The funny thing, honestly, is I think for me personally, just personality wise, like I think the more tired I get, probably the more sarcastic I become. Yeah. Yeah. It's probably. Yeah. I could see why, to be honest. I really could. But yeah, the energy, again, it's the energy level. Like I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel when I first even come in here, you know, to start like when I go live, it's like I'm at the end of my day. I am at the end of everything. And it's like it still freaking amazes me that, you know, I still have like even just the energy or the mental strength to like be able to still like talk and chat and play and, you know, do just whatever it is I do during my streams. And yeah. It's sent when you didn't mean it to? Oh, no. So yeah, we're the same time zone. No, Mashi, welcome in. Yes, I am a cosplaying Mandalorian Jedi, helping represent the Mandoverse here on Twitch and YouTube. So welcome. We're just hanging out, chatting, actually. I wake you up. I try to wake people up. Well, I always remind people too that it's one of those things like my channel, because I'm late shift basically, that people come here to fall asleep, and I am perfectly okay with that. Because I am on late for a lot of people, or at least in my time zone, that is for sure, because it is late. I literally try to start sometime around midnight my time because I'm West Coast, and it's like, so I'm Pacific time, West Coast, and yeah, exactly, yeah. So it's like when I start, it's either like somebody's like end of their night or the beginning of their morning. So it's like I'm right in that like middle part. So I'm like basically, yeah, exactly. I'm like the late show, morning show, you know, kind of thing. Which is fine. And again, it's just like, and it just, that's the other thing that just like completely amazes me with like even my streaming schedule, to be able to build a channel with the time I have, like the time slot I have. It's like, it's just, wow. You're gonna play some Fortnite. Thank you again coming back in, Jason. I appreciate it, dude. Yes, have fun with your games, man, and we will definitely catch up with you later, dude. Have a great start to your week, and we'll catch up with you later. Take care. Morning radio. Oh, let's see. But yes, come to my channel to sleep. Let's just lull you to bed with the sounds of the stream and whatever we're doing. Oh, sweet. I didn't even realize the monster's on right now. To raid him when we're done. That sounds like a plan. I'll probably be back in like 2 matches. No worries. I gotta get all of the sprites in time for the new season. Take care of what you gotta do, man. Do your dailies. How do I put the videos on the... I guess I don't know. Oh, like for the Mandalorian thing? So, if you look at the bottom of the screen, which is basically like right over there, right? There should be like a little me, like with a check mark. Click on that, and then that will bring up your channel points, and those are where all the redeems come from. So like that's where you get like this guy.
This is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way.
That sort of thing. Yeah. That's where all those come from. So basically those are my channel point redeems because I don't have well let's just say we went a little crazy with the redeems and had to get rid of things like hydrate and take a break and basically did that.
Pull the lever, Kronk. Wrong lever!
Go.
Yep. So the only real thing is like, you know, I mean, part of the channel rules too is like no spamming, right? So it's like, you know, it's one thing to, you know, throw the channel, you know, stuff up and stuff like that, but at the same time. Again, it's like part of the whole like streaming thing is that you always have different circumstances with everything, and you're always like, I'm always learning all kinds of stuff every time I freaking stream, right? And it's like, you know, one of the issues that I've had before was like, you know, spamming, like redeem spamming, where it's like I had like the redeems at like, I think when I first started, I used to have like the redeems at like 10 points or something. So it's like, you know, I did have people come in and just like spam like the same one for like 2 minutes straight. And it's like, okay, that's kind of overdoing it, right? So yeah. I had to put cooldowns on a lot of my shit. Exactly. See, you know, if you're a streamer and you have redeems, you absolutely know what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's like, it's one thing to throw them out here and there. Absolutely, for sure. Please, that's what they're there for. Yes. But it's another thing to sit there and spam chat with like, yeah, stuff. Yeah. So, yes, it's in moderation. Let's put it that way. So, because people can get timed out. So please remember that also, is that like, enough can be enough at some point. Yeah, cooldowns. I did at one point put cooldowns.
You want to go home and rethink your life?
I want to go home and rethink my life.
I did have to put cooldowns at some point, like a couple of random times, but for the most part though, like anybody that does spam stuff but they're also new to the channel, like I am looking directly at you, Max. Yeah, like you burn through all your points like within the first like 30 seconds of having them anyway, so that's perfectly fine because then you have to build more points up anyway. So no, you're perfectly fine. But that's what I've said before. It's like we've all had it on different like levels of the freaking scale, right? Where it's like you've had people that never use the redeems like me and just, you know, bank your points, and then, you know, like you have, yeah, you know, then you have people that like always use the redeems because it's like, you know, you do, and that's what they're there for. You know, absolutely. You know, it's like, yeah. Have an in real life voice band because I yap too much and it gets redeemed about 2 times the stream cooldowns or something. Let me ask you this though. So what's your redeem cost for the voice band? Your personal voice band. What's the cost for that? I'm just curious. Because I even thought that like even doing redeems at like costing 100 was pricey, bumping it from, because I think it was like 10. I did 10, and then it was like 50, and then I made it like 100. You know, and 100's been pretty good for me anyway. 7,000. Yeah, I don't really have anything other than the only redeem I have, which actually really pertains to our entire conversation. That's the most expensive because it's the one I don't want to. It's the one I don't want to spam just because of what it means. But I'll play it right now for everybody for free anyway. But it's called Take the Hits, and it's the meaning behind it's really freaking crazy. But I love it. It's just a great saying.
Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
So that one I had to cut down, and there's more to that too, which is freaking awesome. Which, you know what, I'll actually play the whole thing because, yeah, it hits hard. It really, well, literally, it's called Take the Hits. But no, it's like I've never really heard it spoken so well, other than in that movie scene where it's basically like, you know, you just you have no choice but to accept whatever's going to happen. You know, it's just how you accept it and where you go from that, you know, is the whole point. And it's freaking heavy. There's no other way to put it. It's freaking really heavy. And I'm just like, you know what? Yeah. So anytime, like, honestly, like, and we've had, don't get me wrong, like, yeah, we've definitely had, you know, some deep chats. Deep chats, honestly, like tonight, you know, where, you know, it kind of helps lift people up and stuff like that. And it's like, I love playing that message because it's like, you know, that's what we're here for, is we're here to basically, yeah, help lift each other up. You know, like when you're feeling down, we're here to lift you up, you know, that whole thing, you know, like each and every one of us, we're here to basically just help each other and just be a positive something in someone's life. And yeah, once I came across that, I was just like, dude, that's freaking heavy. Let me see. I know it's on YouTube. Yeah, I think this should be it right here. The 46.
Let me tell you something you already know.
Oh. I want the actual clip. There it is. After we watch, I can get this. We skip the freaking ads. Tonight's a movie clip night watch, apparently, which is fine. Okay. Here's the scene. Here's the actual scene, which is actually pretty cool. Let us watch together and get emotional too.
You know, living with you, it hasn't been easy. People see me, but they think of you. Now with all this going on, this is gonna be worse than ever.
It don't have to be.
No, sure it does.
Why? You got a lot going on, kid.
Oh, what, my last name? That's the reason I got a decent job. That's the reason why people deal with me in the first place. Now I start to get a little ahead. I start to get a little something for myself, and this happens. Now I'm asking you as a favor not to go through with this, okay? This is only gonna end up bad for you, and it's gonna end up bad for me.
You think I'm hurting you?
Yeah, in a way you are.
That's the last thing I ever wanted to do.
I know that's not what you want to do, but that's just the way that it is. Don't you care what people think? Doesn't it bother you that people are making you out to be a joke and that I'm gonna be included in that? Do you think that's right? Do you?
You ain't gonna believe this, but you used to fit right here. I'd hold you up and say to your mother, this kid's gonna be the best kid in the world. This kid's gonna be somebody better than anybody ever knew. And you grew up good and wonderful. It was great just watching you every day. It was like a privilege.
then the time come for you to be your own man and take on the world, and you did. But somewhere along the line, you changed. You stopped being you. You let people stick a finger in your face and tell you you're no good. And when things got hard, you started looking for something to blame, like a big shadow. Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that. I'm always gonna love you no matter what. No matter what happens. You're my son, you're my blood. You're the best thing in my life. But until you start believing in yourself, you ain't gonna have a life. Don't forget to visit your mother.
Yep. That's powerful. That's freaking powerful. And again, that's the message, is that, you know, you mean something. Every one of you, every one of us, we all freaking mean something, right? And we're important. We're absolutely freaking important. So never forget that. Aw, you're welcome. Like, seriously, that's why I have it also as a reminder, you know, that things can get tough. It absolutely freaking can, but you're important. Every one of us is freaking important. And, you know, we can get through it somehow, some way. We may not even see the end of the light, you know, and we think it's a train coming the other way. That's another saying that I have too, is like, you know, or I heard that I love to say is that, you know, I see a light at the end of the tunnel, and this time it's not a train coming the other way, you know? Absolutely. Some stuff you do. I mean, that's definitely saying too, you know, but at the same time, not all of it has to be. And that's one of the other things I love about streaming. You know, it's just being able to help everybody too, you know. Whether it be just being goofy and you know, being silly or weird or whatever, you know, it's like, yeah, you know, that's why I laughed when you know, those individuals like came into stream and would like sit there and point and make fun and stuff like that, because it was just like, you know, this is what makes me happy. This is one of the things that make me happy. A lot of things make me happy for sure, and a lot of things also don't make me happy. That's for sure. I am not immune to not being excited, but at the same time, one of my biggest pushes, honestly, is like, if you can hear the smile through the Beskar, then at least I know I'm doing a good job. Honestly. And I try to do that every freaking time. But like Rocket said earlier, you know, I mean, some days are definitely harder than others, where it's like you're just not keeping that same vibe or that same energy level. And that's perfectly freaking fine. Yep. 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 And that's the other thing too, is that, like, you know, I like to always sit there and tell people that, you know, we're not, like, nobody's less than, but also nobody's greater than. You know, we're all on the same playing field, regardless. Yeah. Yeah. And it extends to everybody. You know, shadow, monster, grave. All of us. All of us. But that's what makes us so freaking unique though, and I love that aspect is that, you know, yes, we share a commonality when it comes to like wearing the Beskar or not wearing the Beskar, because there's also Mandoverse representatives that have the armor or are building the armor, like Pinku. We can't wait to see Pinku come back. But at the same time, like, you know, we're all different in that sense of like how we are the way we are, or how we present ourselves, or whatever, right? Like what makes us us, and this and that, you know. It's like I try to do like the or I shouldn't say I try to do, I know I do, is like the Jack Sparrow Johnny Depp thing, because you always see me doing things with my hands, and I'm always like doing things like ooh, like it's, you know, whatever. And let us see. Fun fact about me is, to be honest, I wanted to be a comedian, and I was told I wasn't funny enough. Well, you know, look at me now. Making the homies laugh on a daily. Laughter is one of the best medicines, to be honest, and that's my mission, to deliver it to the nerds and the people who feel alone in the world. I love that. I absolutely freaking love that. And don't think you can't be one, because another of my most favorite freaking quotes, honestly, is it's a Henry David Thoreau quote, and it's never too late to be what you might have been. And that's another take the hits home kind of thing. It's never too late to be what you might have been. So if comedy's your absolute freaking thing, go to a freaking comedy night. Challenge yourself. That's the other thing too, is challenge yourself to like step out of your comfort zone. And for me, that was streaming. I mean, I've definitely like not shied away from having to do public whatever stuff, right? But at the same time, it's like, again, it's the whole like putting yourself out there to people and exposing yourself to the freaking world. It's like that's heavy. That's definitely freaking heavy. Um, so I say do it. Freaking do it. Or you are doing it, yeah. I'm glad Lexi told me about this place for real. Well, thank you, Rocket. I appreciate it. That works too. And you know what's crazy too is that a lot of people that are in the business of whatever, right? Like they've come to streaming to do that too. It's crazy, you know. It's basically making it in something else and then coming over to like this whole thing. But again, like to me, this isn't like a job, you know, that kind of thing. It's more just like this is, I mean, we talked about therapy and stuff like that. This, honestly, this right here, like what we're doing and just everything in general, like this is my freaking therapy. This is my escape. This is my gaming time. This is my, you know, like, you know, escape time, that whole thing, you know. But hey, you know, you never know. I mean, you could always go back and try it. Meeting time. Well, enjoy your meeting, sir. Enjoy your meetings. But yeah, every one of us though, which is just awesome, like brings something different, and that's what I love. Like I said, we share a commonality. Yes, we represent the Mantelverse. We're doing the whole wearing the Beskar and the helmets, or not wearing helmets, or whatever, right? But at the same time, it's like, you know, and that doesn't even just include us. You know, Rocket, you're a streamer, and you know, yeah, you know, and everybody else. It's like you don't have to be even a part of like what we're doing, you know, just to be, you know, like you said, a freaking homie, you know, just come chat and chill with us, you know, and just hang out. I mean, oh, let's see. Literally, I'm just a raccoon hanging with a bunch of Mandos. I like it here. We're absolutely freaking stoked, and it's phenomenal to have you here, Rocket. Always remember that. Well, Max, then we will say enjoy your doctor's appointment, sir. I know that sounds weird, but make the best. Have the best. You know what's the other weird thing too is that I need to see, because the last time I shouted somebody out, it said like it was like 30 minutes. It was like 30 minutes to reshout somebody, and it's like that doesn't sound right. That does not freaking sound right. Thank you. Never happy, but thank you. No, absolutely. I mean, again, we build everybody up too. You know, that's the other point is, you know, we share the positivity, we share the, you know, we share. Well, we love raccoons here. Yeah, that too. The galaxy is filled with all sorts of manner of being and creature and stuff like that. So everything and anything is welcome. Absolutely. I'm the best raccoon. Nice. Yeah, Rocket is a pretty awesome raccoon, that too. Probably because, like, like Jason said, I can be sarcastic, and it's like he's awesome. Rocket is our resident raccoon, and that is perfectly fine. I love that though. Literally, I'm just a raccoon hanging with a bunch of Mandos. Yeah. At this point, yeah, basically. Oh, absolutely. I mean, it was crazy. I still feel bad about that though. I really do, just because I mean, I had a great freaking time being able to play, and like because I was there at the beginning of his stream and we were able to play Space Marine 2, and we were having a good old freaking time because it was me, him, and I think it was Mandy actually. So it was the three of us that like started it, right? Like even his whole, like when his stream started, like I was able to jump in, and we were doing Space Marine, and then Monster was able to jump in with us. So then it was me, Shadow, and Monster, which was freaking awesome. So it was three Mandos and Space Marine 2, and we were knocking that game out. Um, but that's what I mean. Max, if we do not see you, then yes, please have a great rest of your day, man. Thank you for hanging. Thank you for being supportive and absolutely being yourself. So yeah, definitely welcome back in. We'll keep keeping on, but absolutely have a great and safe brand new week, man. And you're part of the galaxy, sir. Take care out there. Um, I'm DPS. Like I've played Rivals. I love after all our Marvel talk, I think it's pretty obvious that, you know, like I'm a huge Punisher fan. That's who I always DPS as anyway. But it's like again, like I said, I feel bad because like I know, you know, like Sharky and Shadow and stuff like that, like they really were, you know, putting their best foot forward, of course, as always. And it's like, you know, I guess we were just being put into lobbies where it just wasn't, you know, we weren't leveled enough or even experienced enough, that kind of thing. And it's like, I just felt really more bad that I was holding the team back versus helping. Like I was trying to help, but it's like, you know, I think the ranking system was off too. That is what they were saying also, but it's like, yeah. I just, like, I was actually doing not too bad. Like I've played Rivals before, but again, they're absolutely right. It's the bracketing, because I've played some matches where I was playing Punisher, I was doing DPS, and I was slaughtering. Like I was doing really freaking good and getting MVPs too in matches. But again, yeah, like teaming up with like higher tiered people, I think it skewed the matchmaking, because we were absolutely getting destroyed. And it was just like, yeah, this is definitely not my skill bracket, I think, because Yeah, I absolutely agree with that though too. And yeah, I mean, again, any games Rocket that like, you want to play or you want to team up and do a collaboration or a co-stream or anything like that, please freaking hit me up. Absolutely, because I love setting stuff like that up. Yeah, basically. That's why, I mean, the crazy thing is that, I mean, I honestly don't think they're ever honestly really going to get a good grasp on the way MMR can work, because there's no way there's like, I mean, I don't know. Dead by Daylight is pretty much my go-to with this, and any other multiplayer game anyway, with some kind of like skill gap or whatever, right? Because it's like, no matter how you look at it, right? Like the ladder system or the functionality of a general MMR system is still going to work the same way regardless, right? You're going to have tiers of everybody, right? Regardless of how you look at it, levels or not, even if there's a hidden matchmaking system or whatever it happens to be, like you're going to have like the top tier group, right? Where they're always getting matched with each other. So you're always going to see the same names, but then eventually like those, like that cluster of people are going to be mismatched. So then what happens to the remainder? Well, the remainder has to be dropped down, right? And then that group is going to get, filled up basically, or that tier or whatever you want to call it. And then that gets filled up and that gets filled up, and everything basically trickles down to where there's going to be some form of uneven something, right? And then, yeah, so it's like, event, like there's no way to really, unless the game specifically tiers it to where there is no way there will not be any kind of like overflow of whatever level people are grouped at, then, things might get more even. I don't know. That's just speculation on my part. The matchmaking Ravels is always going to be all over the place because it depends on who you play with. You play with higher ranked players, you get their lobbies. You play solo with your level, it's going to be weird too. It's just all over the place. Yeah. Yeah. No, and again, yeah, same concept with even like Dead by Daylight. When we play with people that are like new to the game also, it's like I can definitely see a shift in like the way the matches play out and stuff like that too. Absolutely. But then again, again, that's the other randomness part of everything in a multiplayer game, is that, literally it's like you sit there and you're rolling the dice regardless. And I think that's honestly what really helped me personally, like learn to not rage, because believe me, trust me, like even when like Star Wars Battlefront 2 first came out, right? Like back in 2017, like I could not freaking sit there and play it for longer than, I kid you not, like 45 minutes to an hour. I could not do it, because I would get so pissed that, like getting killed all the time and constantly having to respawn. I was just like, well, screw this. This isn't fun, like, I'm gonna go play something else, because I just couldn't handle it. Same thing with like with Battlefield. Like I have those games, but never would play it because I was just constantly dying until finally something clicked. And what was weird, yep. Yeah, exactly. And then what honestly made me like what seriously like reprogrammed my brain was playing Dead by Daylight Mobile. I kid you not. It was Dead by Daylight Mobile that did it for me, because so when Dead by Daylight Mobile came out, and
this is the way.
The real Kratos GG. Thank you for that, man. Thank you for the support and follow. I hope you're having a great and safe end of your weekend and a great and safe brand new week as well. Yes, I am a cosplaying Mandalorian Jedi, helping represent the Mandoverse here on Twitch and YouTube, actually. But no, welcome in, man. Yes, I am doing a first playthrough of God of War Ragnarok. This has actually turned into a just chatting stream, which is absolutely freaking crazy fun. We're chilling with Rocket and everybody else, just hanging, just talking about games, life, everything else in general too. But no, thank you for the support, man. Absolutely freaking appreciate it. But yeah, we were talking about raging, and yeah, so what I was saying was like, so with Dead by Daylight, yeah, exactly. Hello, new friendo, welcome in. Yes, I'm a casual Mandalorian Jedi. we were cozy, we were fun, and we were weird. So please come be weird with us. Yes, we are collectors, we are nerds, we love all things and anything. So not just, you could tell if I was a Star Wars fan, but yes, I also love Star Trek. I love Lord of the Rings and Warhammer and Warcraft and Lego and all sorts of other stuff. But yeah, so like with Dead by Daylight Mobile, the funny thing was, right, was so I loaded up Dead by Daylight Mobile on my phone. And it's a mobile game, right? So you play it just kind of randomly whenever. So when I first started playing that game, right, I always freaking got face camped by a trapper. No kidding. Like literally every freaking game, I would basically be like the first one downed because the killer, I just happened to be in the killer's sights, I guess, would get downed and the killer would sit there and pick me up, hook me on the hook, and sit there and just stare at me the whole time, right? Until I died, and then go after everybody else. And that happened so many freaking times that I was like, pissed? Sure. Absolutely. Yes. Raging. But at the same time, I was like, I'm actively choosing to play a game where there are so many factors that I cannot control myself that it's like, why am I getting mad? Because I'm basically putting myself in that position, right? And like seriously, like once that seriously sunk in for me, then I was like what's the point of me getting upset if like I'm actively choosing to like be in a multiplayer game where even if it's with like a team with friends or whatever, right? Like we're gonna win, we're gonna lose. Like there's so many factors that obviously I can't control that it's like what like I basically learned to accept that it's like going in with I will do my best to help my team out and do this or do that or whatever we're playing. Like I will absolutely try and do my best, but I can't guarantee what the outcome's going to be. I just can't, and somehow that made sense to me. And then like literally like after Dead by Daylight Mobile closed, because they shut it down after like a year, I think, or something like that. I continued to still play Dead by Daylight, the normal game, and it totally freaking changed my perspective. It really did. And then that's when I got back into playing like Star Wars Battlefront 2, and again, it was a freaking game changer. It really was. And then like and that's what basically helped build my channel with those two games was Dead by Daylight and playing Star Wars Battlefront 2. And once I did those two, then it was crazy because then that's when I got back into Battlefield because I'm a Battlefield player, not a Call of Duty player. And I picked up Battlefield 2042 because it was on sale for like a Black Friday for like, $4 or something crazy cheap. And I'm like, I haven't played a Battlefield game in a hot minute. Let me get this one for crazy cheap. Bought it, absolutely loved it. And that's the summer of, or no, I had it probably for about half a year, I think. And then that's the summer of when Battlefield 6's like open beta came out. And it's like got back into that. But it's like, again, my perspective had changed so much playing online games like that it was like, it made it that much more fun than a solo game. Because it's like a solo game, there's not that pressure of, like wanting or having to play good, but at the same time, it's like, again, like I said, don't get me wrong. It's like, I'm doing my best to try. And again, same thing with Marvel Rivals. Like I played it, but it's like, I just couldn't help but still feel bad that like I was doing what I can, but like it was like fighting a losing battle basically, at that point, being in that kind of higher tiered up, matchmaking and stuff like that. It was just like, and it affected the rest of the team. Like I know Shadow got upset about it. Not upset in a bad sense, but I mean like, he stuck around long enough to like, play and get wins and stuff. And it's just like, I just felt so bad, because it's like, I didn't want their experience to be ruined because of that, if that makes sense. And it's like, that made me feel bad. But at the same time, I was just like, you know what? That's why I bowed out and was just like, guys, I totally understand it. Let me just, like, it's cool. It's totally fine, and, yeah, it's like, yeah, you're absolutely right. You can be really good, but every game is different and you never know what's going to happen. And that's That's the mentality. Yeah, that's literally the mentality that literally changed for me. And I was just like, and then that's what almost like when I came at peace with that, essentially, it was like that's when the games just became that much more funner because I wasn't taking it seriously in that sense of like not serious in the sense of like I'm not trying or wanting to like help my team or be successful or help them win or support, but at the same time it was like once I let go of that anger, essentially it actually really freaking helped. Which is the perfect time to play this one now.
Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering.
Yep. But yeah, that's why people always come back to DVD, Arc Raiders, Rivals, Battlefront. You just never know what will happen because no match is ever the same ever. Exactly. The like the fundamentals and the principles are still there. Like the mechanics of whatever game you're playing are still going to be there. But again, it comes down to like there's so many unknown factors that even, and that's the other thing too, is that like, we play Dead by Daylight a lot and we always have full lobbies typically when, like everybody that we were playing with and stuff. So we have full teams and it's like, regardless of how many hours you have into a game, regardless of even if you're playing with random people or you're playing with, friends or whatever, it's like, yeah, you can't guarantee the outcome of a match, because there's just still so many just unknown factors. Exactly like what you said, Rocket. It's just perfect. Yeah. Let it go. We're a big Frozen family too here, so yeah, let it go. Let it go. Yep. That's one of the reasons I love Arc Raiders so much. Every raid is different and every single one is a new treasure hunt. I love thrifting. The bro arc gives me that thrift itch. Thrifting, I'm a cosplayer thrifter, basically meaning like I watched what would help me like be able to start creating and building stuff too. Also, like project wise was like watching the documentary on Star Wars on how they created everything. Oh my God, it was a freaking game changer because it's literally them going to thrift stores, going to, supply stores, salvage stores, whatever, and anything, or army surplus or whatever it may have been, and literally taking nothing or something and turning it into whatever they wanted it to be. And it's like, I cannot look at anything without thinking it could be something that it's not meant to be standard for. It did. Like watching that documentary seriously freaking changed my brain again. It was fundamentally cosplaying changing for me because now I'm serious. Like I cannot look at something without being like, should I throw that away? Because like I could seriously make like this out of this. And I've done that before. I've gotten better about not hoarding like random material and stuff like that. But yes, I'm absolutely always looking at stuff or looking at something and being like I can make this out of this. And I'm going to, and I have. That is just what it is. Jason, welcome back, man. Yep, we were still just chilling and talking. Chilling and talking. Arc Raiders is another one. Yeah, we definitely have Arc Raiders queued up as well. I haven't played it in a hot second either, but yeah, Arc Raiders, Helldivers 2. I literally have like a whole apocalypse section on because Rocket, I think you're in my Discord, aren't you? I can't remember. If you are or not. Yeah. I seriously had to toss like a bunch of like just materials and stuff just because I was just like piling up. I think it was like I had like a ton of foam and things like that, and I was just like, ugh, like I need a warehouse now. It's like, ooh, I can make this out of this. It's like, no, reel it back in, because it's like the more projects I dump on myself, the more I'm getting away from like rebuilding my armor stuff too. So it's like, yeah. But that's the fun freaking thing is that like It's knowing that, yeah, it's being able to like take something, and that's what I tell them. And Grave, I'm looking at you too. Is don't be afraid to take something and also destroy it to make something else out of it. Like that is definitely a big game changer for me too, because it's like, yeah. I mean, and that's what I was talking about, like with the helmets and stuff like that, was like taking like a brand new helmet that like a Black Series helmet, because that's what I'm doing is I basically bought a Death Watch helmet, Black Series helmet, and I'm gonna just completely gut it out, just to build a firmer and newer like helmet for myself and my cosplay. And because this one's just like getting way too old, and I'm gonna have to retire it and go to version 2 or Mark 2, like Tony Stark would say. But yeah, totally, it's a game changer. It absolutely is. Because then it's like, oh my god, like, because I took a bunch of like I have a bunch of rifles and stuff like that, like Nerf guns that I picked up at like a thrift store, and was like, oh, I just need to repaint all this stuff and to make perfect freaking weapons for my Mando cosplay and stuff like that. And I've done it with other things too also, and I made my own like custom blasters that I need to post in Discord, and also because we have a cosplay section and everything. So yeah, if you costume work, exactly, like learning how to sew and just create new just stuff, yeah, absolutely. Like even the simple fact of like yeah, just anything and everything like costume related, absolutely. Your mom got me a PS5 PlayStation last night. Holy crap, dude, that is freaking awesome, man. Congrats. That is freaking awesome. But to answer your question, yes. My version is I believe in the Force. I believe in the Force. But yeah, Rocket, I mean seriously, let me know, because I can't remember if you're in, I think you're in my Discord. So please share. If you're not already in the Discord, DM me, and I'll get you in the Discord, because I'd love to see like any cosplayer collection stuff that you have also. I'm horrible about posting my stuff because I just never make time to do that, and I'm doing my best to actually start actively, like now that I'm rebuilding my armor, like I'm going to start posting pictures and stuff like that. But no, yeah, love to see it. Love to see freaking the creativity, the art, everything. We're all freaking nerds. We're all artists. We're all just, like we have our passions, and that's what I freaking love. Is that like once we get on, and basically like what this whole literal stream has been, is like talking about our passions. And like I'm one of those people where it's like you get me on a conversation topic that I just absolutely freaking love, I will not shut up. Like seriously, like that's my personality, is that like if we get on a conversation about something, it's like, dude, I will keep just like my energy level just freaking spikes like a super saiyan, and it's like I just can't shut up, because I'm just like, oh yeah, we got to talk about this, we got to talk about that, we got to do this, we got to do that, and oh, let me tell you about this, and let me tell you about that, and it's like, exactly, yeah, miniatures, oh my god, don't even get me started on freaking miniatures. It's like where's the hold on. Let me make sure to do the no, I'll send you the invite right now, actually. I'm pretty sure you're already in there, but I don't know. I can't remember. I love yapping. um What's your username, Rocket? Is it the same thing on Discord? Because I'll send it to you right now. I just can't remember, because I don't think we've ever gotten a chance to really sit and, well, yeah. Basically. Yeah, I had to close off, just like Shadow did. Like I had to make my Discord private too because like we got a wave of freaking spammers and bots and all that stuff. Okay, let me find you. Here, tell you what. While we're talking about Discord, let me here. If you guys can, throw me a DM real quick or a friend request through Discord. This is my tag. I think I'm the only one on there. I thought you were already in there, Shannon. I can't remember. Let us do that. Let us share information. If you can. If you can, please. There you are. Okay. Wait. There's Rocket. Sweet. And then let us... My invite. Where's my invite at? There it is. Okay. Yeah, because the other problem too was like the invite links. Like I had all these like freaking open invite links, and apparently people just love to come in and just tell me about Mr. Beast and his Bitcoin. I was like, what? So that's the new joke in the server too, was thing is taking screenshots of that. There's Rocket. Nice. So yeah, I have a cosplay and collections section. It's not, I try not to make it too crazy. Oh, I love Aubrey Plaza. She's freaking the queen of sarcasm. Still can't get in. Hold on. Really? Let's see. What is Shadow Lens? Hold on. There you are. Okay, so I have you there. Okay, try now. Shadow. I just scroll through like a gazillion different Discords. Like literally when I go live now, I have to go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I post in 10 different Discords. We still can't get in? Really? That's freaking weird. Okay, there you go. There's Lex. Okay. Again, yeah, Discord also acts freaking weird too. That's let me join. Dude, please do. Please spam all that stuff. I mean, like I said, I love the freaking creativity because I mean that's what I mean. It's like the passion. Like we are freaking passionate people when it's like you get us on a topic of something we absolutely freaking love and just deep dive into because that's me. I'm like a lore person too, where it's like I love like once I get into like a world, like I want to know more about it. Like I want to dive into it and just get freaking lost. And that's another thing I loved about Star Wars was that like Star Wars has some of the coolest freaking stories, like even in the expanded universe and the books and everything like that, because you know, they literally can take a character that was standing in the freaking background in like the cantina on Tatooine and just create this whole freaking like book or series about them, you know, because you just barely saw them once or just like a glimpse of something, and it's like they were just able to sit there and just weave this huge freaking just grand story that, like, I absolutely love that aspect of, yeah, like seriously, like I just love that aspect of Star Wars storytelling, that they were just able to do that with somebody and or anybody in anything. And even just like even now Star Wars, like I said, don't get me wrong, I mean, I absolutely am not blind to you know, the pros and cons of things that come out, absolutely not, but at the same time it's like, you know, I do my best to look past that and look more at the, you know, like the new, the creative, the more that we're getting, that kind of thing. And it's like, you know, even just being able to like have like new stories be told, new adventures, new stuff, it's just like that's what's exciting to me, you know. Yeah, I'm still not over Carrie's passing, to be honest. I still get choked up seeing her when you know, you want to hear a shitty thing too, is that she passed on my birthday, actually, December 27th. Yep. That's when she passed, and it's like like, really? I've been a Star Wars nerd since I was a kid. Princess Leia was my princess growing up. Yes, I had animated, but God, it was my hero for real. Carrie's 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 a freaking legend, man. Both, yeah, everything she's done, like she didn't put up with stuff, and she's just awesome. Bishops, let's go to bed. I'm still not over Carrie passing. Yeah, leave me be. I'm making friends. Bishop, what's going on, man? Welcome in, sir. I hope you were well. We should all be asleep at this point, but we're chatting. We are just chatting. Actually, we're having a great time doing it, and it's keeping my and having God of War Ragnarok pause is keeping my frame rates pretty good. So I'm not complaining. I'm absolutely not complaining. Bishop was last seen playing marbles on stream. Like I said, you guys are the legends, man. You guys are the freaking legends. You guys. No take backsies, infinity. That will be a shirt someday. You guys are the legends. No take backsies, infinity. Me and Graves started that one. B is with us. What's going on, B? We were talking about all things and everything that we are passionate and love, and yes, Grill brought up miniatures, and yeah, that is definitely another that is definitely another. And multiverses. See, even B knows. We were talking about Marvel movies earlier, and I brought up the fact that I just love the multiverse theories and everything that they were doing with that. And I love the fact, B, that you came in and said, "Hello, peoples of the galaxy and multiverses." That is just peak freaking timing. Awesome. But seriously, you know what game that gave me the most Star Wars lore I've ever seen for real? Deadass, the Lego Skywalker Saga. That is freaking an awesome freaking game. Absolutely, yes. I could see that because, and also, please, if you have not already actually seen the Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy on Disney Plus, if you have it, freaking watch it, because talking about multiverse, they like, and that's canon. Like what they came out with in that Lego show is canon, believe it or not. And they explain it so perfectly in that show. And it's only like 3 or 4 episodes at like, I think like 20 minutes each, because it's a cartoon basically, or animated show. And Like seriously, they've done 2 seasons of it now, I think already. But either way, like they explain everything so freaking perfectly, and I'm talking lore, expanded universe, and rebuild the galaxy universe. It's just freaking amazing. And they gave us Darth Jar Jar. They actually gave us Darth Jar Jar. Wanting to fight the cyborgs on Helldivers, and we were just talking about Helldivers too, actually. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let me. How do I do that? It's rare hearing you swear. I know. this is kind of like the After Dark show, basically, at this point. um they really freaking do, and that's another game I want to play too, is like Legacy of the Dark Knight Lego also. And I was playing actually Lego Jurassic World in honor of Sam Neill's passing as well. So Jason, send me the names and I'll copy them, so then that way I'll know, or put them in chat for me, and I'll figure out how to do that. I probably can't do that right now, but I will. I absolutely will, man. Yeah. That's why I love playing if you haven't already, play the Star Wars Jedi series with Cal Kestis, and also do Outlaws. I absolutely freaking love those games because, and I will tell you, well, one of the reasons why, definitely for sure, is they're two both ends of Star Wars. Basically meaning when you're playing the Jedi side, you're Cal Kestis, you're a Jedi, you're doing lightsaber force stuff, all that goodness, right? But then when you're playing Outlaws, like you have, much like playing Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, like you have outlaw moments. Like you feel like you're freaking Han Solo doing Han Solo stuff, good and bad. Like like they really, really, really immerse yourself into that game, in that sense of like underworld and being a smuggler and like that whole atmosphere. Like seriously, like if you have not played yeah, if you have not played that Outlaws yet, Star Wars Outlaws, it is absolutely and it's generally open worldish too, where there's just tons of stuff to be able to do, and side stuff. Yep, yep. Because they're going to be finishing up the third one in the next couple of years for the Jedi series, and then Outlaws does have DLC, at least 2 or 3 DLCs out there for it. Freaking worth it, absolutely freaking worth it. Because, and I will, without spoiling anything, I'll give you a very tasty, good example. Rocket is that, like, let me literally explain what happened to me. Like, I'm sorry, Jason. Yeah, um, yeah, I'm trying to balance between all these different chats too. Um, but yeah, so like literally the situation was, and like I said, without spoiling anything, like I did a mission where I had to be, you can do it multiple ways, right? Where you can be stealthy, you can go in guns blazing, whatever, right? So I was like, okay, I'm gonna be stealthy. And I literally, like, I'm being stealthy, go through the entire freaking mission, not even seen, got in, did what I had to do, was getting out, and literally, I kid you not, hit the freaking blaster trigger on my controller, shot my gun. 2 stormtroopers literally like turned around and looked at me and was like, "Who are you? What are you doing here?" And I'm like just sitting there staring at them like, and then just we got into this huge gunfight, and the entire freaking, compound just went up in arms, and we're chasing, like, and I literally had to like escape. And like it was such a freaking like Han Solo moment where it's like you're all proud of yourself, where it's like you know, you're like, I did the mission, and I so was too. Like, I was so proud of myself for like doing the mission and being stealthy and sneaky and like doing everything I had to do, and then literally was like sitting around a corner, and all it freaking took was my hand to just hit the trigger on accident, shoot the gun, didn't even hit anything, but just made the noise, alerted the freaking stormtroopers, and they literally turn around and look. Yep. Like the mission wasn't even ruined. Like I just had to escape, but still like like it was just so random that moments like that like is what that game has, and it just felt like just awesome. Because again, like it felt like that scene literally in Return of the Jedi when Han's like sneaking up to the stormtrooper and he like holds up the freaking log and he steps on the twig and the stormtrooper turns around and looks down and looks at him and goes like, "Wait, who are you?" You know, like literally like almost exactly like same concept. Yeah. Same freaking concept. Okay, let me see. Hold on, Max. Let me take a second and see. What? We I just saw that girl here to yoink all your lightsabers. That cracks me up every time too. Okay, there we go. Hold on. Please do. Please do. I am absolutely sorry I had to keep you up this long. Like seriously, but no, Rocket. Thank you for hanging. Thank you for chatting. It's been awesome, awesome, awesome. I hope to be able to hang out and chat with you again. And oh, absolutely. And yeah, we'll definitely have to set up some gaming times too. Like definitely on the weekends when, you know, yeah. That's why like my typical like team up times are like, yeah, like my like Friday night, Saturday night, that kind of thing, because it's the weekend, right? Yeah. If you're available, definitely freaking let me know. We'll absolutely be in contact regardless. So no. Get some sleep. Thank you for hanging. Let me do a shout outs for you. Rocket. And please take care of yourself. And I hope you feel better. I hope we made you feel better. And thank you for hanging and being who you are. Absolutely. So I really do need to do the clip shout outs too. I really do. 17 minutes. Okay, so there is a timer still on there for like the same person. That's interesting. Don't apologize. I know we always tell each other that too. It's like, don't say you're sorry. Don't say you're sorry. It's fine. It's fine. Um, yep. Take care, Rocket. Oh, we got to give Beskar hugs to Rocket too. Hug at Rocket. Hopefully, I keep like I think I keep adding like a space after everyone's name, and then it doesn't go through. Like right now. Okay, safe. Thank you, and yes, I had a wonderful time. Thanks for all the good vibes. Yep, stay classy. You too. Absolutely. Do not change. Do not change for anybody. Take care. We'll catch you later. Master her. There he is. Hi and bye. Yep. Hi and bye. Master. Our favorite Force Ghost gaming partner. and lore. And lore. Mandalorian lore lore master as well. Yep. Hi bye. Hi bye. Okay. Let me Let me hook up Max. No, I believe no, he was busy tonight. And I don't think he just couldn't make it, I think. Do this. The Master, welcome back in, man. Good to see you, dude. Thank you for helping out Grave, man. Absolutely freaking appreciated. Thank you, dude. See? Beskar hugs, man. Beskar hugs. Okay, let me hook up. Let me hook up Max. Or Max. Miles real quick. See. Let me see. Hold on, I'm doing something. Oh, there it is. Okay. Jason, now try it. Fellow lore keeper, yes. The brain is not working. We've had a great freaking. We're literally like, I started trying to play God of War Ragnarok tonight just as a random stream tonight because normally I'm not like I'm taking Sunday nights off, but it's like seriously, man, we've had a great, awesome freaking conversation with everybody tonight. Like literally, we're just sitting here chatting and just being nerds together, and it's just like brilliant and beautiful. Um, but yes, we need to do a shout out for Master also. Last seen playing Diablo. So. Oh man. Yes, but yeah, oh man, we were just nerding out. Like seriously, we were watching trailers, we watched Ahsoka season 2, we watched now I can't even remember what was the other one we watched. We watched Ahsoka season 2 and we watched there's another trailer that we were watching. Now I can't even just remember. You're absolutely welcome, dude. But no, like I said, thank you, dude, for helping Grave out. Absolutely freaking appreciated, man. That definitely deserves an absolute this is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way.
There we go. Avengers, there you go, thank you. And we watched the Rocky quote too, so yeah. Yeah, the brain is not functioning. We should be sleeping, but we are talking, which is perfectly fine. But no, Master, what's going on, man? What are you up to? How are we looking at? Let us see. Let's... What's funny too is that like literally the way this stream started, like, you know, I went live, we started, we were all talking, and I literally like at the point of where I'm at in God of War, like I got up from the table, walked outside, got attacked by a raccoon, and then that's when we all started talking about everything else. Like literally, it just spawned into just like everything and anything. It's just awesome. Oops. What? Yeah, you guys are coming. Oops, that we've been yapping. No. Like that's the other randomness that I absolutely loved was the fact that like some nights it's quieter, of course, but then other nights, you know, it's like, yeah, I mean, we're all just like chatting and talking and everything like that. And it's like by the time the stream's over with, like my voice is basically entirely gone because we were just talking that much, which is, like I said, perfectly freaking fine. It was awesome to be able to hang out with Rocket, get to know her more, and you know, just overall, just have a good time. Like we said, just be nerds, hang out, and just you know. I don't think it's working. Let's see. Let me check because there was one that it had it under. Let's see. There was one that said this that I had. But I don't know. Yeah, I fixed it. Is that one subbed? Because you need to be a sub. You need to be subbed in order to or follow. You need to follow in order to like chat. So that's turned on too. Or subscribers. Yeah, I put on subscriber only mode. So make sure that that account is subbed, and then it should work. I think. Because it's not. Maybe try logging out and logging back in because I turned it off. Like I mean I undid it. It should work. Let's see. Yeah, because it says that the effect should be instantaneous, so once the settings are saved, it should be fine. Yeah, it says theoretically it should work. Unless there's another one that says like it's under like something else that you're doing. But it should work. All right, let's. I'll give you a couple other choices. I mean, let me know what you think it might also be too, because I mean, there's a few. I haven't banned like a bunch of people, but there's definitely some on here that I know aren't you. But yeah, let me know. I have it up, so it'll just be like as soon as you let me know what it is, we can fix it. Somebody better charge their phone. Oh. Gotta click the thing, click the thing. Power saving mode. That's like the worst when the screen gets all dark and it's like you can't see anything. All right, maybe we can actually play a little bit of God of War then before we get out of here. But let's see who's still on. Monster's still on, so we'll raid Monster for sure after this. We will definitely raid Monster. He is on. Hang on. Hold. Hold. Oh man. It was a good yap session though. Definitely thank Rocket for that. No, I don't.
You'll need seeds like these to open up new destinations on my tree.
Plug in. Good.
Your tree, huh?
Good job.
Yes, my tree.
That's the squirrel we were talking about. The one right behind me.
Show you.
You can't see. That one.
Ah, so that's why good Master Brock needed an Alpine seed.
Right,
Clearly you have important matters afoot.
Has split like branches of the... Yeah, you're still... I think I said that right, but probably didn't. You probably butchered that name. Alfheim awaits with a long and difficult journey. The training grounds of Niflheim hold secret rewards. The Vardelheim may hold a business. Choose.
That seed you found unlocks Niflheim of all places, a realm as ancient as it is vaguely sticky. Svartalfheim remains at your disposal if you have unresolved business amongst the dwarves.
Yeah, so the quest we have to go is all time. Long path away. Something. I don't think it worked. Did you change the name on it by chance? Because the only one that I saw that I unchecked, because there wasn't. Yeah, I did. But like I said, if the name changed or there was something else, let me know.
Perhaps as we travel, you can tell me the tale of your prior visit to the land of the elves.
Yeah,
Sure,
that's
I
it.
can.
Okay, hold on. Yes. Okay, now try.
Do it.
Do it.
Alfheim was the first time we ever realm traveled using your temple. Freya tried coming with us, but Odin cast a spell on her. She can't leave Midgard.
That's terrible.
So
Well, I guess the
then we fought our way through an army of dark elves to get to the
making their
light.
games
You
exclusive
interfered in the
again,
elf
then I
war.
guess I might have
Not
to
by
get a
choice.
PlayStation 5.
We sought to fill our Bifrost, and they attacked us.
And the dark elves were covering it with their sticky hive stuff. When we freed it, light elves came back. Things seemed better in Alfheim.
Did they now?
There you go. Yep. Now it works. Yeah, I see it. Again, welcome back. Hunter was last. Thank you, Shadow, for the countouts. Call of Duty Wars. I just turned around and this guy was just sitting there staring at me. Her tear. He was just staring at me. I was just like, whoa. Go. We'll enjoy it. You're absolutely welcome, man. Absolutely welcome. Good to see you. Welcome back. Is that the gate? That's the gate, right?
Alfheim.
Secrets. Yes,
it's been so long.
Not sure where the temple is from here, but that's where we'll find Groa's shrine.
Broken history. Aye, not exactly an easy fix for that.
Broken history.
I see the elves continue their war.
Yeah, so much for things being better in Alfheim. Yikes. Fimbulwinter hit Alfheim hard.
No. Storms have plagued Alfheim's deserts long before Fimbulwinter.
Oh, creeper here.
Hold on. I hear something out there. Something big. It's in pain.
Our goal is at the temple, not in the desert.
There. The Temple of Light.
Groa's shrine is at the top.
Freyr never bothered returning to Alfheim, did he, Mimir?
Aye, no. I assumed the fate of his own realm took precedence.
Alright, we'll make it to the temple.
Freya's brother?
Yes. Cut from a different cloth, that one.
Yeah. Let us see.
There's a barricade up ahead. What are those shiny rocks?
Twilight Stone. A rare material that can take millennia to form. Majestic, isn't it? Occasionally, the light of Alfheim will bind to a rock and crystallize, growing like moss on a fallen tree. Truly a wonder of the Nine Realms. Oh, I didn't know it could do that. Oh, very clever.
I do not, actually.
Right side! There's a gap in the fence over there. Watch out! The wreck's gonna explode!
Things will just straight kill us.
Freya's brother. How was he involved?
Long ago, Freyr of the Vanir travelled to Alfheim, where he discovered a once beautiful land devastated by war. Using his divine powers, he set about cultivating a tenuous peace among the elves.
Did you mention how that piece
There's a gap in the fence over there.
That's enough, please. You don't need to do this.
We don't want to hurt you.
We do not have a choice.
We're the ones who freed the lights. Behind you! Watch out! Tiafa! Why are you fighting us? We helped you last time.
Atreus, focus.
I hate Alphonse. There's a gap in the fence. Right side, father.
And we just tear them apart.
Most unfortunate.
And
They
we
attacked
just-
us.
More will follow once we're inside. Is there truly no other way?
Not like they're giving us much of a choice.
So your father said. I'm just naive, I suppose.
No. Just an optimist, old friend. Tribute to Freyr, made by the elves. He must have left it here when he raced back to Vanaheim.
What is this?
A charm to ward off nightmares.
There's a gap in the fence over there. It's so tall. We came in from the top last time. Didn't realize all this was even down here.
It's an older gate, built to promote cooperation between the elves. But it looks like it's been sealed for some time.
How do we enter?
Grab that wheel and I'll show you. I'll go first. Atreus, let me know when I've reached halfway.
So, what's happening right now?
This seal is meant to represent the balance of the realm when Freyr was here. Light and dark, working together in harmony. How's that look, Atreus?
Good, I think. Father, now you go.
Unfortunately for Alfheim, Freyr couldn't accept his sister's decision to marry Odin. He returned to Vanaheim.
There's a gap in the fence over there.
The door should have opened. Are you sure it's balanced?
Yeah, but the realm isn't. Not anymore. Father, try pulling it the other way. Yeah, and Tyr, you keep pushing forward.
Fine work, Atreus. Shall we?
Shall we?
There's a gap in the fence over there.
Okay. We're gonna have to end it. New area reveal. This is where we'll wrap it up. Because Need to raid out. Need to raid out. I mean, because we're pretty sure it saved it right there. So yeah, pretty sure it's saved. Oh. Okay. So let's yeah. Wait. Okay. Monster is still alive. We're gonna raid him. It's gonna be fun to raid Monster finally. Okay. Who we're going to be. Dead Rising. I don't think that's the same one I'm thinking of, but I don't think so. I think I was thinking Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead and what was the other one? Oh, Back 4 Blood, I think is what I was thinking. Back 4 Blood? Like that's the successor. And we'll do that. Okay, so it's time to wrap things up for the night. Like I said, then the night it was kind of a random stream, but absolutely glad I did it again. Because anybody new and returning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, you awesomely beautiful people of the galaxy, and welcome again to another episode of the League of Extraordinary Casuals. This was episode number 685, yes, 685. I am your host of Darth the Silent, broadcasting live from hyperspace. And again, I hope you guys had a great and safe weekend in all of your parts of the galaxy. And now that we're officially done with our weekends, let's have a great and safe brand new week as well. Shout outs to all you freaking legends, man. Thank you guys for hanging. Thank you guys for all the support. Max, thank you for hanging out. Absolutely great to see you. Welcome back again. It's been a really freaking awesome weekend as always of streaming in general, but again, some great things happened as well. And no, I am super stoked, super pumped. Had some great things happen. So no, it was absolutely fun. We had the giveaway on Friday, took care of that, met some, had some great interactions with everybody, of course. And no, it is just absolutely freaking amazing to just know again, you guys, hang out with you guys, support each other, bring each other up, not put each other down, and ultimately just have a great freaking time. Jedi, GG's, yes, GG's all the way around, absolutely. So no, thank you guys again, like I said, for all the support, for all the time, the lurks, the unlurks, the chats, the unchats, whatever you want to call it. No, absolutely freaking appreciate it, because like I said, it is always my honor and my privilege to know and hang out with all of you. Please remember that. You are the legends, and it is just always a pleasure. No take-backsies, infinity. But yes, stream days are Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Attempting to start around 12 midnight my time, that is Pacific West Coast time. But yes, currently right now we are doing 4 playthroughs, potentially going to be more at some point, very soon actually. But yeah, right now we're doing God of War Ragnarök, we're doing Resident Evil 2 Remake, we're doing Assassin's Creed 3 Remake, and we're also doing Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. All freaking great games, and can't wait to play those. More. But also, Star Wars Zero Company is coming out, not this coming week, but next week, on Thursday. So, almost there. That'll be freaking awesome and great to play. Galactic Racers is on the horizon as well. So we'll see you guys all on the freaking track, having some fun. And it's like a destruction kind of game too. So it's not only just racing, but there's like collision and people bashing into each other and parts going flying and stuff like that. So I think we're all going to have a freaking great, amazing time playing that. It's going to be really fun. Yeah, definitely. There's going to be some fun to be had and more adventures, of course. But yes, we're officially done. Please stick around. We're going to raid our fellow Brolorian, Monster Maniac, NZ. He cosplays as Boba Fett. So yes, definitely stick around for him. He's currently playing, looks like, Battlefront 2. So no, it's definitely going to be fun to be able to raid him also. So yeah, no, again, thank you guys. Yes, raid is happening. There's Dom. What's up, Dom? Yep, welcome back in, man. Yep, we're wrapping things up for tonight. So yeah, like I said, ultimately Sunday night was just a random stream. Scheduling worked out to where, you know what, I was able to jump in, have some fun. But no, I'm absolutely freaking glad I did, because it just gave us more time to be able to hang out, more time to chat, just have some fun overall. Barely got any progress done in God of War Ragnarok, but that is absolutely not the point. Like I said, it was just definitely freaking fun. You've been lurking? Oh, okay. Yeah, no worries, man. No worries. But no, it's been just an absolutely great freaking chat night, and it's always a great stream regardless. But no, definitely fun anyways. So yeah, like I said, either way, please stick around. We're gonna raid Monster and then just hang and lurk and chat in his stream. So go have some fun with Monster. Is Dom in Twitch? Yeah, Dom's lurking in Twitch right now. Miles says hi, or Jason, but it's actually Miles. But yeah, Miles says hi to Dom. Yeah, he's on Twitch right now. But yeah, time to wrap things up. So like I said, please stick around. We're gonna raid out 2 Monster. So again, thank you guys. Thank you for everything. Thank you for the support. The giveaway was freaking awesome. Yep, more fun to be had regardless. Like I said, there's no time like the present to just keep things going, keep the energy going, and ultimately just have more fun and just have a great time regardless, right? So let's keep it up and keep doing it. So okay, I'm going to get out of here now. So so yes, now that we're officially done with the week, let us all have a great and safe brand new week in all of your parts of the galaxy. I'll be back Wednesday night to have some more fun. I'm looking at Resident Evil 2 probably to keep that one going. Because either way, I got a bunch of other games going, and once Zero Company comes in, that'll be thrown into the mix. Once Galactic Racers comes in, that'll be thrown into the mix. So either way, we're gonna have some variety. We're gonna have a lot of stuff and fun stuff to play and have a good time with. Either way you look at it. So, yep. Take care, everybody. We will catch up with you later. So, yep, I'll be lurking in everybody else's streams and stuff like that too. So, I'll be around, and I'll try to do my best to pop into chat here and there where I can, but I'm usually always lurking anyway though. So yep, thank you guys again. You are the legends. Please remember that no take backs is infinity. So all right, time to get out of here. So yes, again, please enjoy your brand new weeks in all of your parts of the galaxy, and I will catch you guys later. So please stick around. We're raiding monsters, so time to get out of here. So until then, be good, be safe, love you, and talk to you later.
This is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way.